course. Are we live? Are we live? Are we
We
live? Are we live? We are
live. We
live.
are
Hello, everybody.
live.
How is everybody? We are back. We are live. Do you know what? It seems, even though it's been a week since we did our last live, it seems a lot longer.
Do you know what it is? I feel like so I just want to check like how is everyone and how it was your bank holiday weekend, because we had a
Yes.
bank holiday weekend.
So,
So I think that's what makes it probably
So
seem
those-
a long time.
for those of you that are not in the UK, some of our viewers are not, as you guys may have known, we had a bank holiday weekend this weekend, where we had yesterday off. So we did a little barbecue. We did a little barbecue on the Saturday because the weather was nice. The weather, though, for the rest of the weekend has not been great. And as you can see, back in the jumper.
Little jumper.
So, go on.
So I was going to say, so we didn't video the barbecue because we were in it. My bestie came over, and so we were just chit-chatting. So, but I did do a TikTok, very, very small TikTok. So if you're interested and you'll follow us on TikTok, then you can see the TikTok there on TikTok.
Yes, we will be on the TikTok there. But anyway, I hope everybody had a bank holiday who did have one in the UK. And I do hope the weather was nice on Saturday, at least for you. The weather is supposed to pick up next week, apparently. So do look out for that. From the I did see when I was looking at Alexa that it will be 21 degrees Celsius on Monday and Tuesday.
Do you know what though? I don't always trust Alexa with regards to the weather.
Don't tell people that. They were looking forward to that.
Do you know what I'm saying? No, but like I always find that it's never really correct. But with regards to weather.
Okay.
So like you disagree, but I always, whenever I check it with other apps, there are other apps that are more, I feel, more accurate.
Well, there you go. So hopefully one of the others will be accurate and you will have a nice weekend.
But I'm confident.
Yes, we have a nice hot weekend. And I'm going to say it's May. I hate it when it gets to May and I've got to wear a jumper because it's cold. But
you know what? That is quite normal, I feel like, because in years gone by...
we've been spoiled. We have been spoiled. So not so much last year. But for those of you who may remember 2020 lockdown UK time, it was amazing. April and May were such nice, lovely, sunny, warm months. They really, really were. And we haven't gone back to that since. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't like that prior to anyway.
No, it wasn't. I mean, we have had some good years where April sort of like over the Easter weekend has been really good because sort of before the pandemic, we used to always be away at Easter time. And every time somebody would say, "Oh, it's a lovely weekend," and I'd be like, "Of course it's a lovely weekend because I'm out of the UK. Whenever I'm in the UK, it's never a good weekend." That's a lie. It's not always like that, but sort of as the summer kicks in, or as springtime begins, it's not usually good weather. There's still a lot of rain around and all of this. And so the last few years when we've been away have been quite good Easters. And so in 2020, we were very lucky to experience a really good April and May, June. Do you know what? August doesn't seem to be great months these past few years. It's been warm in August, but just overcast for the whole of the August.
It has, and also as well raining a lot as well. So I'm hoping, let's just hope this year we do have a nice summer.
Yeah, I mean, last summer, we did have a lot of rain.
Yeah,
last summer, but in the last few years, every August, although warm, has been overcast. So it's really quite depressing. There was one August and it was overcast the whole of the August. And I began to feel quite depressed. And I'm quite like a bubbly, sort of like happy-go-lucky type person. But that August was really made me feel, it was the first time that I actually felt quite down. and so not to experience a nice August.
As you can see, I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah.
I wolf these down because I just really enjoy the taste of it. Chai tea latte for anybody else. Alicia, hello.
Hey, Leash, how are you?
Hey, Bungaville, she said.
You bunga.
How are you? Good? Everything well? Yes, so today, as you can see, Madame is rocking. I love these as well. So have you noticed that the actual donuts for the Mickey ears does match the little patterns on the jumper there? I thought that's quite nice.
Yeah.
Was that deliberate or was that coordinated?
No, what happened was, I couldn't remember what new headbands that I had bought because not that I couldn't remember which new ones I had bought. I couldn't remember which new ones I'd worn. So I had to go back through a couple of thumbnails and have a look to see which ones I've actually worn, because I know I've shown a few, but I couldn't remember which ones I've actually worn. So I have this one, I have another one, and I've ordered another 2.
Oh, have you now?
Another 2 headbands. Now, like I said before, they're doing the 12 rides.
Oh yeah, that's right. So that's the 12 rides from Disney that they are doing a theme on the ears headbands.
Yeah, so they're going to do 12, and they've just brought out number 4.
Right.
So I've shown you. So number 1 was the Space Mountain.
Yeah.
Number 2 was the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And number 3 was the Mad Hatter's Tea Party.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another one coming, number 4. So hopefully I should get that tomorrow or Thursday. So that'll be quite nice to put on. But yeah, I've ordered 2.
So keep an eye out. We will, or Kelly will be doing a video on all of her ears, so you can do a little view of that.
Yeah. So there's a couple on YouTube, Emma and John, and I watched a couple of their videos, and she's made a couple of her own ears, and they're going to Disney in May. So now at some point, and she was showing which ears she was going to bring on her trip. Normally, I do bring a 1 or 2 pairs of ears normally if I'm going, but I want to buy them there, so I don't bring too many. So she's putting out all of these ears, and I sort of like left a comment, don't bring too many because you'll want to buy some when you're there. But she made these lovely ears. They were pink and they had pearls going on the outside. They were really nice.
So I must admire someone actually that can make their own Disney ears, because that's quite a feat. Yeah. Anyway, so Kelly will be doing her own video and we'll be showing you the little collection that you have.
It's a large collection
now. It is now.
It was a small collection before, but now it's a large collection.
And we're very well. Thank you, Leisha. I hope you are good too. There we are. So that will be the ears collection coming up for one of our videos. Now, we haven't updated the video for a while, actually, so apologies for that. But we will be looking to do shooting some stuff very, very soon. Yeah.
I am editing one at the moment, but I say it's an old one because we sort of did it after Christmas, I think, but there were still Christmas things happening. So I've not put all of the Christmas things, but specifically what I wanted to show you guys was when we went to the crypt. And so that's the one I'm editing at the moment. So you'll see the crypt and all its glory, but you will see Christmas around it, so don't pay that no mind.
Alicia said Kelly's going to need a whole room for all of her ears. I know, it's getting ridiculous now. There's just so many of them.
Do you know what I would like to do? I would like to get I would like to have them on display, but they get dusty.
Yeah.
So
no, you had them before. So Kelly had them all on your little, what do you call it? What's that, Juliet? What's it called? Juliet.
So basically, the laptop's on my dressing table at the moment, and there's a mirror, and it's like a concertina type mirror, and I had them going across, but they got so dusty, and plus they're in the sunlight. And I think it actually discolored one of my headbands. One of my favorite ones, actually, from a friend bought me from Paris, which was the 25th anniversary, which was the black and gold, which they actually sold in Florida as well. But I didn't buy it when it was in Florida. But also they sell another one, which is a sequined version. So the ears are sequined and the bow sequined. I'm not so sure about it, but I may buy it. I'll see. But I wanted to buy the Paris ones, but the Paris ones sold out like that.
That's it. So if you are looking
That.
for ears and you're looking for the Paris ones, just bear in mind that they do go like hotcakes. They do go very, very quickly. So a lot of these ears do appreciate, not all, but some of them do appreciate in value if you do get them. So do look out for them.
See, the thing is with the Disney ears is that you can. What happened was there were you could order up to 10 by ears. So you have buyers like eBayers and all that buying 10 at a time, probably several different accounts buying 10 at a time. So by the time someone like me goes to buy them, they'll be sold out, and I used to be heartbroken. Now it's 1 per person or 2 per household, but it has to be in 2 different names.
Okay.
In the household, like 2 different. Like
see,
email
that's
accounts.
Better. That it must be so annoying though if you get someone go and buy like 30 of them. They got no intention to keep all 30. So the idea is they're going to go and sell them on eBay, wait for them to go out of stock, then sell them on eBay.
Yeah, for more money.
Well, I remember actually. So remember, I think it was the 2nd or 3rd time we'd gone to Florida. So a couple of the ladies I work with said to me, "Can I try and get them an Elsa dress?" This is when Frozen had just come out. So the Elsa dress you could not get anywhere. They'd sold out worldwide.
Yeah.
Everywhere had sold out. So a couple of the ladies at work said to me, please, for their daughters, could I try and have a look for the Elsa dress? We looked everywhere. Everywhere was sold out with these dresses. But people had been bulk buying. That's why they were sold out. So they were going for hundreds and hundreds on eBay. And people were paying for it. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I know people say, oh, if you had kids, you would. But I would say, look, I'm sorry, it's out of stock. That is it.
I would just wait until they made more.
Well, that's it. I mean, at some point, and obviously now they're fully in stock because the craze is gone.
Yeah.
But I do remember actually another lady at work. This is when the Wii had come out, the Nintendo Wii. Now she bought one for herself, and they'd sold out at Christmas. I think she bought it for about 60 quid, which was about the going rate then. And she sold it for about 2-3 times that because she thought, well, actual fact, I don't really play it. And I could sell it for 3 times the price. And she did. She sold it for about 2-3 times the price on eBay. All she did was wait until the new year when the craze had gone and bought herself a new one.
Well, this is it. I mean, that happened with the Switch.
Oh, yeah, Nintendo
recently,
Switch.
Like, my cousin wanted to get one for my nephew. It was sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere the Switch was sold out. And it was just like, you have these crazies. It's like, I suppose, when Xbox comes out with a new or PS, whatever it is.
Well, that's the thing. So they do say, now there's obviously, we've got quite a quadruple whammy. I say quadruple whammy. So you've got obviously gas fuel prices rising. That will increase the price. Plus as well, Brexit, the pandemic as well. So all these things, and I'm sure there is another reason I can't think of. So
war
or because that was the other one, 4. So that's your quadruple hit. So that will affect your ability to be able to get certain things. So during the year, you can probably get these bits and bobs. But when there's a pressure point, when everybody's trying to get it, mainly Christmas, do bear that in mind. It really worth it doing. And traversely as well, eBayers that don't need it will go out, purchase these things as many as they can as well.
Well, I mean, we did an online shop, and you were saying, "Oh, get some eggs because I think you read somewhere that
free range eggs." Because I'll tell you what happened. So basically, if you guys knew, because of the bird flu pandemic, what had actually happened was they had to keep all chickens in to stop the spread, which meant you can't then brand them as free range.
Free range, right?
So no free range was sold for a period of time. So free range eggs were running out really, really low. So that was the reason why it was a real shortage to get them.
My mum went to the shops today. She wanted to do some shopping, and then she was going to pass by the house. Anyway, when she came by, she said there's loads of empty shelves. Like, she went to the shop, there's loads of empty shelves. We were lucky because we did a shop last week and we got pretty much everything that we ordered. I think there might have only been one missing item. I also did a second shop the same week. So I ordered from Tesco, and then I wanted to order from M&S. And I ordered some other things that weren't M&S. So I was on Ocado. Only the M&S stuff came. Nothing else came. I'd ordered biscuits, J2Os, So like loads of different other things. None of them came. The
Mm.
only things that, so I think I must have ordered about £60 worth of shopping, and £30 came.
Wow.
£30 worth of shopping came. And so because he handed me 2 bags and I took them, and because shopping has gone up anyway, so it didn't. So when I picked it up, I just thought, well, that's normal because I know I didn't order a load of stuff. And then when I looked in it, and I thought, hang on a second, there's only about £30 worth of stuff that's turned up. Let me go and have a look at my receipt and see what I forgot. And then there was other things, like that.
Yeah, that was mad. So there was so many things out of stock. But this shop we did as well, that everything's back in stock. So it really does depend.
Yeah.
But what people forget is because of the Ukraine war, you've got to understand that the world's largest grain producer has attacked the world's 3rd largest grain producer. Now that is a lot of grain. And apparently they've got millions of tons worth of grain stuck in Ukraine. They cannot export it. They can't take it out of the country because of the crisis. So Russia is the world's largest producer of grain, followed by the US. They worked out. I think Ukraine are 5th, maybe 4th, 5th. I think they're 5th. So that's going to have a huge detrimental effect on the world food prices. So just bear that in mind and that's the reason why food prices will shoot up because of it.
I mean, yeah, because we've noticed that definitely in the last few months. I mean, to be fair, during the pandemic, there wasn't as many deals.
No.
So the shopping was expensive anyway. Cut to now, the shopping is more I was surprised because I was trying to cut things here and there to try and make the shopping cheaper, and I couldn't cut enough to make it cheaper than what it was.
No, exactly. So just bear that in mind. So have you guys been affected by the food? Sam, hello.
Hey, Sam.
How are you? We were just talking about the ever increasing price of food.
Yeah,
we noticed as well.
Crazy.
But yeah, so have you guys been affected by higher food prices? Have you found it in your area? Have you found it difficult to get hold of certain things? Well, I'm trying to put my coffee on the floor so it doesn't keep knocking it over. And has it affected you?
We haven't. I haven't found it difficult to get things yet, but it was surprising when I did the M&S shop, because on the Ocado, because they I think they do several shops Ocado. So I ordered some things, like, because we were doing a barbecue, so I really wanted to make things easy for myself. So I didn't want to spend all day in the kitchen as well as trying to barbecue out in the garden. So I had done a Tesco shop and had ordered a few things. So I'd ordered like steaks, lamb steaks, corn on a cob, and all of that type of stuff. And then I wanted to order simple things from M&S, like ready to eat things, like what you call it, what is it that you like? Mac and cheese. So mac and cheese, some dauphinoise potatoes, some salads, all of that type of stuff. And then other than that, I wanted to order some drinks like J2Os. I wanted to order snacks like biscuits, crisps, all of this. None of those things turned up. It was only the mac and cheese, dauphinoise potatoes, and it was only the M&S stuff. So I'd ordered salads and other stuff. It was about 30 quid's worth of stuff that turned up. And I was so shocked that the other things didn't turn up. All the drinks and things. So luckily we didn't badly need those things.
Now, we haven't done our tip of the week food wise for a while, so I've got one here today, and so happens I only got into this because of your friend Evelyn. If you hand over, please, that's going to be my tip of the week.
You're not having
I'm
any.
not having any,
You're
but
not
I'm just
having
going to
any.
show you. So it is.
I was just about to open it.
I know, exactly. So this, I prefer the sweet one, but this is, I never thought it would work. So Butterkiss popcorn. We did a big movie marathon over the weekend. We did watch the new Spider-Man movie.
We watched the new Spider-Man.
What was the name
movie.
of the other movie we watched? The one with
Cop Shop.
Cop Shop. So that's with Gerard Butler. Very, really weird. Ray Ray.
Hey, Ray Ray.
Oh, the shops are the same there as well.
Wow.
So how are you, by the way? You good? Good to see you. I hope everything's all right. Yeah, so we did a little bit of a movie marathon. While doing it as well, I was trying this Butterkiss stuff. It's so nice. The sweet one especially is really, really good. So this is definitely our tip for the week. If you're going to do movies or just having a little snack, or some people at my workplace, they do have this as a lunch substitute if they're on the go. So Butterkiss, this is the sweet and salty, but do try the sweeter variety as well. Very, very nice.
Butterkiss, 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 Butterkiss. Rah, rah, rah.
Karen, hello. How are you both? Oh, love the ears, she said. Now we noticed that Kelly's gone for the coordination. She's gone for the look at this. You've got the donuts with the little Homer Simpson freckles on it, and also you've got the freckled jumpers as well. I don't know if that was deliberate, but
no, because what happened was we were in Marks because we with my nephew, and we were taking my nephew out to lunch. This is the younger one. So we were taking him to lunch, and then I said, "Oh, do you know what?" So after lunch, we then stepped into Marks and Spencer's, and then I think you took him to Superdry.
Yeah.
And so while we were in Marks and Spencer's, I bought a few things, and I saw this jumper, and I really liked it. And so I bought it. So anyway, I was a bit cold today, so I put on the jumper. And
Karen said you look very tasty.
Thank you. So I put on the
Walking
jumper,
donut.
and then I thought, oh, do you know what? I'll wear my donut ears. But I had to look back to see what ears I haven't worn, because I bought a few ears. So I knew which were the new ones. I remembered which ones I bought, but I couldn't remember which ones I'd worn. And these were one of the ones that I hadn't worn. And then I looked at it and thought, oh, it really goes on my jumper.
So there you go. But I hope you're well, Karen. Thank you for joining us again. Really good to see you. Alicia said, I have salt and sweet all the time.
Yeah.
That's the only one. Oh, this is the only one you eat. Now, I preferred the sweet one, but this one is, I've got to say, and Ray says that I don't like salty popcorn. This one actually, though, Ray, isn't bad. It's because that combo works quite well.
I don't like salted popcorn. But I went out. So get this, right? So I said to my bestie, Eve.
Here you go, just to show.
I said to my bestie, Eve, why don't you come round for the weekend? But I said, I'm going out on Friday night, but when I come home, do you know what I mean? If you want to come home late or meet me for a drink or whatever. But she said, no, she's going to make her way straight to my house. I was like, right, cool. And you were already home anyway. I walk in, popcorn is finished, crisps is finished, everything is finished. This is what happens when you're not here to monitor what is actually happening in the household.
Sam has asked, have you tried the toffee version of Butterkiss?
Yes.
I haven't tried the what's it like?
It's too sweet for me.
Now I like the sweet things. I've got to say I do like the sweet things.
Before we came on camera, I said to Mark, do you want any snacks? He said to me, no. I said, don't eat my snacks.
Kelly's like this one. She won't share anything.
Joey doesn't share food.
These are really, really good. Cameron said, I love salted popcorn. I've got my granddaughter staying with me. Please, would you say hello to Savannah?
Hi,
hello, Savannah. Hello.
Hope you're well, Savannah.
How are you enjoying? Are you having fun with Grandma?
I hope so.
But I've got to say, Sam, I really do like the sweet one. So that would be right up my street. I think many, many lives ago, my brother, bless him, sent me over some popcorn from the United States, and the flavor's gone. Pumpkin spice, that was amazing.
And you had the chili one as well.
So we had several. So Ben and Siobhan, if you're watching, we also tried the jalapeno flavor one, which was delicious. That had loads of different jalapeno flavors in there. And also as well, we had the butter one. And before, they did send us one. They do a Snickers one, which is amazing. It's got drizzles of chocolate and caramel and bits of nuts into it, and it does taste like a Snickers bar.
So what happened was when Eve, as we speak, has just sent me a message. So basically, the Evelyn had also brought some microwave popcorn. She brought this one.
Yeah, she did. That was quite nice.
This microwave popcorn, and then you had 2 other microwave popcorns.
Yeah.
And so they had 3 bowls of microwave popcorn between them. And all different flavors, but I know one was chili and one was butter. I don't know what the other one was.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, was this one?
Yeah. So chili popcorn and so Ray said the problem with sharing, Mark, is that they go too quick. This is true.
Right. They have 3 bowls of popcorn between them, and after he still wanted to eat my one.
Sharing is caring.
No.
Sharing is caring.
No.
Ray has said
no.
Sharing is caring. And you have to listen to Ray.
No. No.
Ray said, I have my daughter on Monday, and my daughter's name is Hannah. Oh, Savannah and Hannah.
Hi, Anna.
Yeah, so a hello to Hannah as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what though? The trouble is with popcorn is so Moorish. We like this. Yes, sharing is caring. Thank you,
No.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Karen.
What I don't mind, right, is if I'm buying something, I will always say to you, "Can I get you one?" Right? Because I know full well I don't want to share. So I am fine buying you your own one. You eat your own one. I eat my own one. It's cool. It's all gravy. I like it because me, I don't eat all in one go. I like to wrap it up, put a little thing on it, and I'll leave it for later on. Mark don't know anything about later on.
You're very welcome, Mark, says Karen. Thank you, Karen.
Mark don't know nothing about later on. Mark wants to eat everything in one go.
Well, do you know what? One thing I found is, so myself and Ethan, we had these bowls out, and we were watching the film. So I said we watched the new Spider-Man film. We watched Cop Shop, and of course, one of the things with popcorn is one of those, because it's so light. Do you guys find that as well? You can just keep eating and eating and eating, and you can unconsciously eat it, and that's what we were doing. So we were going through these bowls and just eating and eating and eating and eating. And I thought, oh my God, the entire bowl.
You don't have to be popcorn for Mark to be unconsciously eating.
No, I'm just saying, just stick with popcorn for now. Yeah, but most people. But because it's so light and you just see, do you find that as well? When you look in the packet, you think, oh my God, I've eaten the entire packet.
Have you? I bought him a packet of Percy Pigs. Is it finished? Because you just opened it.
Yeah, probably.
Right. And he's just literally opened it. He's finished the entire packet of Percy Pigs.
There you go. Men have bigger hands and don't like to. This is what Ray said. Men have bigger hands and don't like to save something for later. I found an empty box of French fancies, my husband's side of the bed today, and I wondered where they'd gone.
Can you imagine? And what if you wanted that little chocolate? When I have French fancies, right, I like the chocolate one. And then second will be the lemon one. The last one will be the pink one. But my favorite is the chocolate one. That is my favorite.
Karen said, yeah, I never realised how Moorish they are. They are so Moorish.
So Moorish.
Like I said, we're eating it now.
But I do like the toffee butter kissed. And I used to eat it a lot, but now I find it a little bit too sweet.
Poor Ray didn't get a look at. So he ate the entire packet.
I'm telling you.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't eat the entire packet of cakes. When am I eating an entire packet of cakes? No, you can't say cakes. I don't.
No, because what do you have to do before you open the cake?
Ask your permission first.
Right. You have to ask my permission first, because this one, could you not have eaten all of the hot cross buns?
Yes, I would have. The entire pack of 8, the whole box. You see, Ray, that's where you're going wrong. You have to get training that he has to ask your permission first before you open the box.
Because otherwise, there's only 4, right?
No, this is a pack of 8.
Hold on. There's only 4 hot cross buns in a packet, right? There's only 4.
Well, 1 a penny, 2 a penny.
And sometimes I may only like 1. I might not want 2, right? But Mark wants all 4.
Oh, no, but transversely, what Kelly will do is don't touch them, they're mine, and then she'll just let them rot.
No, because I don't want to eat. I don't let it rot. Sometimes I don't want to eat all in one go.
So what'll end up happening is Kelly will come back, go, oh, what happened to those hot cross buns I bought 9 months ago? I think, well, they went off. What do you expected them? Or she'll just let them. What happened to that hot cross bun there was one single one that's disappeared? What happened to that?
I ate it.
No, you didn't. You threw it out because you let it go off, because you let it go moldy. I could have eaten that. That's my point. See, I'd rather not waste the food.
But hold on. I only had 1 out of all those 8.
So while we're having our domestic, you guys, when you're how is it with that? Are you of the mindset you'd rather somebody eats it before it goes off? Or I do take Ray's point though. I've got to say that must be really annoying if somebody buys an 8-pack and they secretly eat the lot and hope you don't notice. But what was worse, he would never make a criminal, your husband, because he leaves the evidence right on his side of the bed.
No, this is what I don't like, right? Sometimes I have a plan for whatever, if it's a dish or, you're going to open the fridge or something like that. And sometimes before, I used to buy like 1 or 2 yogurts. There are so many times I used to go to the fridge, right? And I think, oh, I'm going to have a yogurt. There would be no yogurt. There would be no yogurt. You know why? And it used to really upset me.
I was worried it would go off.
What happened to the orange curd, Mark?
Oh yes. No, but I replaced it, to be fair.
No, but prior to what?
So I bought Kelly from Fortnum and Mason some orange curd. Oh, that should be my next recommendation. I will go get it if you don't mind, and I will show them. So in Fortnum's and Mason's in London. So it is a bit pricey, but I did get it for Kelly because they normally do lemon curd is the famous one, but they've now started to do orange curd and a lime curd
and a passion fruit curd.
Oh, and a passion fruit curd. So we've tried the orange one. That is so nice. It really is a strong orange flavour. I will go and get them so you can see what they look like.
So this is what happens.
So anyway, let me just finish the thing. So I had it and I thought I'll try a spoonful of it. I thought, oh, that's so good. Oh my God, that's amazing. And every day on the fridge, I was taking a spoonful and I looked, I thought, oh God, she's going to notice that because the entire thing is gone. So I just had to come clean. And anyway, what I did is I just went, when I went back into work, I went past there because I go through King's Cross and picked up another one. Mark and his £50 jams.
I'm telling you.
Does that make me posh, Alicia? Ray said, oh, Mark, you sound like my hubby. I like to make my last and he will want to eat it. Or my mum used to say there is a tomorrow.
Yeah. In Mark's world, there's no tomorrow.
But you know what? That's a real bloke thing. I find that as well. So if I have this drink, I finish that in about 5 minutes because you try and you think, like you say, Kelly will drink this and just go, that's delicious. That's delicious. And then leave it for a bit. And then a few hours later, that's delicious. Me, I just go, that's so good. Oh my God. I've got to think, oh, that was amazing. I think, oh, that's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
So I will do that. It's almost like you've got to have all that taste in one go. You've got to finish because that's just amazing. And then you just think,
But Mark eats like he is has to get the food before the other person. But there is no other person because I don't eat all of the food. But he eats like he's in competition with someone. Like say it's him and his brother that were living in the house. Oh, I must eat everything before the other person because otherwise I won't get any. But there's only me. So what I like to do.
Let me get those things. I'll show you.
But also what I notice about Mark. And it's the same with, you know.
You can talk about me behind my back.
Other relatives, right? You ask them, oh, do you want this? Do you want that? Oh, no, I don't want it. But what? And then, you know, like Evelyn said, you know what? Always carry snacks in your bag for Mark, right? Because he always wants to eat something. He always wants a snack or blah, blah, blah. So I have snacks. But what happens is he's got his snacks, right? I'll say to him, what do you want? He'll tell me, oh, yeah, can you get me some nuts? Can you get me some fruit? Can you get me some? All them snacks that I just would not eat, right? Soon I pull out something like this. Or I pull out something like a jelly tots or something like that. Mark is on that. He is on that. Oh, yeah, can I have this? But what about your fruit and nut? You got fruit and nuts there, which you asked me to buy. You got things over there, which you asked me to buy. You know them drynesses that nobody else wants to eat. Very much like. Now, this is very controversial what I'm going to say. I don't like rich tea biscuits, right? If you buy rich tea biscuits, that's one of them biscuits that's going to sit in the cupboard for I don't know how long. Oh, but let me pull out my chocolate orange M&S biscuit. Then everybody's looking in your direction. But wait a second, did you not want rich tea because it's all sitting there in the cupboard? No, nobody wants rich tea biscuits.
Ray said, my brother will be waiting for shopping day with my mum and grab packets of biscuits. It was like feeding time at the zoo.
What happened yesterday when I ordered the shop and when the shopping came?
I was like a dog.
And he's like, oh, I'm planning it in my head. What I'm going to eat this, what I'm going to eat that.
I love doing that. Does anybody else do that? So if I know chocolate or food's coming, I'm planning what I'm going to have the next day. I think, I can have this. I'm going to have a bit of this. I can have this. Alicia said, you don't need not my rich tea. Dip your tea and Bob's your uncle.
No. Bob's not your uncle because that don't compare to dipping your chocolate McVitie's biscuit. No.
I've got to say, Alicia, I'm not a big fan of rich tea, I'm afraid. I'm sitting there going, plain.
Yeah, plain.
Right, now, let's open these.
Okay, open it. Fine.
You sure?
Yeah, you don't need to hold my popcorn.
All right, let's just have to open these. All right, so they do little fancy wrapping when you get there. So again, this is going to be...
Fancy.
Well, you see, I didn't do a recommendation of the week last week, so these are going to be 2 this week. So you guys will be familiar with the lemon curd. So that's the lemon curd flavour. Everyone heard the lemon, nice yellowy thing, really, really nice. Love lemon curd. But Fortnum's, if anybody does get a chance, now these are semi-pricey. They are a £5 each, or are they £6, something like that.
There might be more.
Oh, yuck! I'll be dipping no chocolate biscuit in my tea, says Alicia. So I can't remember how much these are. I should go and find out. Really, I'll check on the website quickly. But so that's the lemon curd. But they now do, which is the orange curd. You can see the little orange segments there. So you've got the orange there, and it is a really, if you can just about see in the light, an orangey colour. So a really rich orangey colour, and of course with the lemon curd, which is obviously the yellow colour. But on top of that, which we do recommend as well.
Well, we haven't tried it yet.
We haven't tried it yet, this one, but we have tried the orange one. This is the lime curd. I did read somewhere that somebody was convinced, they thought that a lime was an unripe lemon, but obviously it's not. So it's a slightly green thing to it.
They all pretty much look the same colour.
They do look the same colour, but I'm really looking forward to trying the lime one. So definitely, if you do ever get a chance, you are in London, because I'm not sure if they're around the rest of the country, do definitely try the lemon, and really, really do try the orange curd.
You can order them online, though.
You can get them online, Fortnum & Masons. I don't know, they probably do them elsewhere. I'm sure Harrods will probably do them. But yeah, that's our recommendation. And you can see there, Fortnum's always do the little numbers because they number all their jams. There we are. Yeah, they're not sealed. It's all sealed, don't worry.
Just testing it.
And that is, of course, the lime one. That's number 18. I'll put it next to it there so you can just see.
They also do some type of a berry curd, but I can't remember which berry it was.
They also do a passion fruit curd. But
yeah, and a passion fruit curd. But you can only get the passion fruit curd in a small jar. You can't get it in a large jar.
Yeah, and it's expensive. That is expensive.
Yeah, because it's literally £1 less than the large jar. So we went to have a look at Christmas time before we went to his parents. And I saw these curds and I was like, oh yeah, let's get these curds. Then we left them for his mum. So then we rebought a couple of the curds. I opened one curd and then Mark ate it. And then said, oh yeah, but I've replaced it. No, you had to replace it. No, it's not, I replaced it. No, you had to replace it.
Honestly, trust me, guys, you will, if you do like lemon, you do like orange, it's one of these things you can just sit there with a spoon and just eat and eat, and it is that good. It is so rich, it's so unctuous. If you do like lemons, do like orange, really do try it. We're yet to try the
There's me thinking, oh, I'm going to make a cake.
Well, you can now because I replaced it.
I'm telling you, these people.
Right, let me just try this.
So he's just checking it online now. So, what's everyone's favourite snack? Like with me, I have to be in the mood for different snacks. So sometimes I just like biscuits. Sometimes I like crisps. Sometimes like this, I like popcorn. But I'm not one to, like Mark could eat the same snack all the time, right? You could eat the same thing or the same snack or whatever all the time. I like to switch it up.
Yeah. So it's $4.95.
Oh, is it $4.95?
I thought it was around about that price. So yeah, so obviously
more expensive.
For a curd, it is quite expensive, but there you are. So that's on the Fortnum's website. There it is, as you can see. So you can get them there. Crafted in England from butter, eggs, and oranges. That's for the orange curd, obviously, and then butter, eggs, and but I do love lemon curd. That is just something I do, and this one it's got a really nice, rich taste to it. So there you go. 2 recommendations of the week: our popcorn and our various curds.
I wouldn't know because I only had one spread of it.
Well, you snooze your leaves, but you've got a whole jar now, so you can't even complain. You have a whole jar.
Does that mean when I open it, you're not going to eat it?
Well, I can't promise that. I cannot promise that, I'm afraid. But does anybody have a little recommendation they have themselves? Are you guilty of doing that yourself? Would you open up a jar and just spoon through like that as well? I'm not going to lie. I do that.
Very often.
I do that with peanut butter. And I do that with Nutella without somebody knowing. So there is that.
What do you mean without someone knowing? I get you your own jars.
So yeah, so I will go through Nutella as well. Or do you find it absolutely disgusting. I would never do that. I would never. But is there a little habit that anyone's prepared to admit that they will just get a spoon and delve into that jar?
Mark and I have separate peanut butters because I like the smooth one, but you like the crunchy one.
Yeah.
So I buy us different peanut butters, but I don't eat peanut butter that often. But sometimes I'll open. So if I'm baking a cake, I normally use jam when I'm baking a cake.
Oh, sorry, Ray, we said how much is the curd? So it's £4.95 per curd, and that is, I think it's 310 grams. Yeah, 310 grams.
Right.
So, I mean, obviously it is quite expensive because you would in the supermarket a curd like that would be about £1, maybe £1.50, maybe £2 something. So it is a bit on the pricier, but it is honestly, Ray, it really is worth it. That is our recommendation if you do get a chance. They do deliver, and they do hampers as well.
Yeah, but the hampers are extortionate.
Yeah, they are very expensive. If we come up to Birmingham, we're gonna have to bring some up.
We definitely will bring some.
And then he's just done 2 vomit emojis.
Why?
Which one too? Hopefully not the peanut butter.
But
or is that the curds? You don't like the curds?
Have you even tried curd? No, I can't move into the curd. That curd is very delicious. The orange curd is very delicious, and the lemon one equally. We had them when we went for afternoon tea.
Yes.
Was it for the scone?
Oh, yeah. So if you are in London and you do want to treat yourself, Fortnum's afternoon tea is a very good one, I have to say. We did it a couple of years ago.
I've got to say, it's probably
maybe 3 years ago.
My most favourite is Fortnum's.
Oh, Savannah, hello.
Hey, Savannah.
So how you, please, glad to see you on. Savannah said a great thing to try is peanut butter and apple slices.
That's what I have.
Funny enough, go on, you tell the story.
So basically,
very good choice though, Savannah.
In Marks and Spencer's, they do the little snack packs. So, and people go. My friend Rachel, she goes, "What? You go and buy that? You can just do it yourself," which is true. You can just do it by yourself, but normally, it's a lot runnier. But I think that's because there's probably not as good ingredients as if. Because the peanut butter I buy is Whole Earth.
Yeah.
And it's 98% peanuts. It's 98% peanuts. Whereas your other brands are a little there's more like things like palm oil and things that aren't so good. But the M&S one is a little bit more runnier, but I believe it's probably because there's probably a little bit more oil in it. And sometimes it doesn't quite agree with me because anything that is too oily, it doesn't quite agree with me, which is a good deterrent really. So you don't eat anything too oily. So you like if you're doing meat sausages, you'll put them in the oven.
Yeah.
It's bacon is the only thing. The only two things that we fry is bacon and steak. They're the only two things I fry.
But that is a good choice, actually, Savannah. Doing the apple pieces and the peanut butter. I do that as well. Sometimes I cut apple up into slices, get a spoonful of that, and put it on. That's delicious.
Yeah.
So the sick emoji for Alicia was saying you eating spoonfuls of peanut butter or Nutella. What you should try is get a spoonful of peanut butter, then dip it into the Nutella as well, so it tastes like a nutter butter. That's delicious. Very much like a Reese Pieces, until you get into trouble for leaving parts of the peanut butter in the Nutella, then you do get into trouble.
Or double dipping.
Oh, I never know of these snack packs, says Savannah.
Oh yeah. In Marks and Spencer's, if you look in there, they have a section where they do these little snack packs. So some of them are like prawns and like a cocktail sort of dip.
It's in a small little plastic thing like this. So basically, it'll just come in with all the slices are pre-prepped, so they're all done,
all sliced for you.
And there's a tiny little section. One section of this little pack is for I said doing this, but a little pack of the apple slices, and the other section is for a tiny bit of peanut butter. Yeah,
it's very similar to choc dip, where you used to get the little sticks and you dip it in the chocolate, but they do it with apple slices. And they also do an octopus one, so like squid. Sorry, they do like a squid one. They do a prawn one, but the only sort of fruit one that I know that they do is that one, is the apple slices and the peanut butter. And I get them all the time. And then Mark saw me eating them, and of course he's like, "Oh, can I have one?" So, but now you do. But I buy packs of apples, and so you do your own one with your Whole Earth, your crunchy.
Yeah. But I just say, if you do like peanut butter, Savannah, do try that combo. It's amazing. that combo of having peanut butter and Nutella.
Savannah's the one that suggested it.
No, she suggested the apple slices and the
Peanut butter.
I'm saying doing the combo of Nutella and peanut butter.
Oh,
You
right.
say try that; it is amazing.
Yeah, but I'm sure she's not going to want a dip and a dip. You want something to dip in the dip.
No, I was going to say, but you'll get into trouble if you leave traces of the peanut butter in the.
Or
Nutella
double
jar.
dip. That's not for you.
But it's amazing.
Definitely not for me. Double dipping. How
Yeah.
can you give it to guests when guests come? You can't give them nothing because this one is double dip everything.
But it's well worth being told off for. It is really, really nice. Do that combo. Do try it. The peanut butter and the chocolate is amazing. Because you do, but when we went to the States, you do get Reese cups.
Reese's Pieces and things. Yeah, but
Reese cups. That's really nice. So that is that peanut butter and chocolate combo.
I've got to say though, with Reese's Pieces, I find it's a bit too much. But what I do like is they do Skittle like chocolate and peanut butter. They look a little bit like Skittles, and I prefer those.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what they're called, but you've got popcorn. Look at you, popcorn stuck on the sleeve.
Look at this. That's my little handful of popcorn. Oh, another. I will say, Savannah, well done. The other thing I do really like as well is if you put popcorn on ice cream. Now, we only discovered this. We went to a place in London called the Milk Train. And the Milk Train is fantastic. If you check out our video, Things to Do in London. Was it? No, it's in Sweet Treats, sorry.
Sweet Treats.
We did a video called Sweet Treats. And in that, we go to Milk Train. And what they do is they give you a little cup of ice cream. They put candy floss all around the ice cream. And then they top it with, some of them, not all of them, they top it with popcorn.
That's only if you ask for it. Yeah. I don't.
Really good.
There's a couple of places that do topping, that do popcorn topping. But sometimes I prefer something a bit more like chocolate or waffles, like crunched up. Not waffle, but you know, like a waffle cone crunched up and sprinkled over the ice cream or something like that.
Now this is new. I've never tried this. Ray said, I have one toast cut in half. One side is Marmite and one side is peanut butter.
No. I've got to stop you with the Marmite. But my mum does like Marmite, but I'm not one for Marmite.
Savannah said that sounds lovely. That really is.
Try the popcorn on the ice cream.
Yeah, popcorn on ice cream. Really, really good.
I do like peanut butter and jam. But when I bake cakes, I use jam. If I'm baking a chocolate cake, I put jam in the mixture. And there's always a little bit of jam left. And the next time I think, oh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to have a bit of that jam with the peanut butter. Is there any jam left?
Oh, but Ray says she doesn't like the jam stuff.
Is there any jam
Savannah
left?
said, I don't like the Marmite. I agree with Kelly.
Yeah, I don't like Marmite. I'm not a lover of Marmite.
Do you know what? The Marmite advertising campaign is so clever because it is. You either love it or hate it. It is very much one of those things. Very clever advertising. I think I was telling you as well, Elvis Presley, the former singer, his favourite snack was to have one slice of bread, and on that would be buttered and have mashed banana on it. And on the other slice of bread would be buttered, and that would have peanut butter on it.
Yeah.
Smack it together, and that would be deep fat fried. And that was his favourite tipple. He would love that so much. If he was on doing tours around the US, he would have it flown in because he loved it that much.
Oh no, I don't like banana anyway. But I know that peanut butter and banana is a big thing, especially in the States. Yeah. It's a normal to have peanut butter and bananas, but I don't like it.
Some places actually do that it's called. So, for example, you can get it on a pancake, peanut butter and banana, and they call it the Elvis.
There are some. So I've been watching like different YouTubers and stuff like that, and you know, like some of them have kids, and they have these sandwiches called Uncrustables, and people specifically go out and buy the Uncrustables. And I'm thinking,
with no crust.
Before you just get your 2 pieces of bread, no
more.
I see your hand reaching for that. Before you just get your 2 pieces of bread and make your own Uncrustable, just cut the crust off. They're going out and buying.
But it's for convenience. We live in a convenient world now. You see, this is the whole problem.
No, but they've actually gone shopping. It's not a case of you're out. I can see that, you know, like getting a snackable or whatever. You're out. They've actually bought it in their shopping.
I was going to say, talking of weird so Savannah said a weird combo I like is McDonald's fries and a McFlurry or vanilla milkshake. What, together?
I've seen a lot of people dip their chips in their milkshake.
Well, do you know what? There's something to be said for that salty sweet combo. Now, if you think about it, salty caramel is exactly that. You've got salt with caramel.
I don't enjoy it as much though.
I love salty caramel.
You and your mum.
But I've got to say, if you do put salty popcorn on ice cream, you will get that combo there. So do you do that, Savannah? Do you dip your fries in your ice cream? And or do you just, when you have it, will you have like the fries and then take a sip of your milkshake or your McFlurry?
I used to have a friend when he was younger.
A spoonful, sorry.
He would have mashed potato and put ketchup on it and then mix it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd be like,
yes, Savannah says. But do you know what? I can imagine that salty combo. I'm going to give that a go, actually. We should try that.
No, there are certain things I can't get past. I went to get what you call it? So we were with your brother in Florida, and he was going to Voodoo Donuts, and I said to him, "Oh, can he get me the maple bacon?"
Yeah, that's right.
So Ben bought me the maple bacon. So it was basically, it looked like a long donut. So almost looked like, basically it was a yum yum with maple drizzle and bacon on the top. Now I love pancakes, bacon and pancakes with maple syrup. So I thought, oh, I might enjoy this. But the texture of the donut and the bacon, it didn't go.
So Savannah,
I don't like it.
Savannah said it's so nice. So Alicia, that's all right. She's maple with bacon. No, said Savannah.
I love maple and bacon. I love it. But to have it on top of a donut, it didn't go. The maple went with the donut, correct. That was fine. The bacon by itself with maple was fine. But the bacon and the donut, no.
So, Alicia, to just come back, we would just talk about what's your weird or your favourite weirdest combinations of food. So Savannah was just saying that she has McDonald's fries with a McFlurry. So that cross between having the salty fries and then having an immediate taste of that ice cream is really, really nice.
See, what else is odd about that to me would be warm chips in something cold. But the only warm thing and cold thing that I can do is apple pie a la mode.
Yeah, but we're talking about weird combinations.
Yeah. But that's the only warm and hot thing I can have together. I mean, warm and cold thing. I can't have anything else warm and cold.
Well, one of my favourite ones is, sweet and salty combos are the best, says Savannah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? One of my favourite, I know you might find this weird, but I do love having cheese with apple pie. I love that apple pie, that apple cheese combo. That is so nice.
A lot of people do like apple and cheese.
Oh, it's really, really nice.
Or fruit and cheese.
Yeah, people do have fruit cake and cheese, but I gotta say that really is nice. That apple pie and cheese combo, really good.
I like cheese on its own, but I do like.
Nah, Mark said. Go on, Alicia. What's your favourite weird combo? What would you have that's weird?
I like cranberry Wensleydale.
Yeah. But that's fruit in the cheese. I'm talking about.
I'm not sure about fruit and cheese. Like
grapes.
No, and I don't like. You know, like a lot of people like apple with their pork.
Yeah.
I'm not one for that. I'm not really one for apple and pork together. There's only one time when I will accept it, and it's when Wagamama do the pork burrata buns, and there's a thin slice of apple that I can accept. Because I think they actually fritter the apple, so it's in a coating.
Right now, Savannah said I like cheese, cherries and cheese, but mostly brie. Have you ever tried, Savannah? You've got to try this if you do get a chance. Some restaurants do it as a starter. You can make it yourself, but it's a bit more complicated. But if you can try deep fried camembert and cranberry sauce, that is absolutely amazing. If you're going to make it yourself, it's a bit more complicated. What you have to do, you have to get the cranberry and you have to dice it into cubes. Then what you do is you bread it. So you get your cubes while it's soft, and then you put it in egg wash, and then you bread it. So you put your breads on top of that, your breadcrumbs on top of that. Then you freeze it And then when you're ready to eat it, you get some oil, put it to the temperature like you were doing chips, and then deep fat fry that. And what happens is you can't do it because otherwise it will melt if it's not frozen. So because it's frozen, what happens is by the time the middle's gooey, the outside's cooked because it's frozen. Then you have that with cranberry sauce. That is absolutely delicious. If you want to save yourself the hassle, restaurants do it as a starter. It's really, really good. Definitely recommend that. If you like brie and cherries, you will like the cranberry sauce and camembert, deep fried camembert.
I don't like the smelly cheeses too much.
Oh, but this is delicious. You know nothing about the cheeses.
What are you talking about? I love Dubois.
Yeah.
And I love
cheese.
La Roulette. No, I do not like
you're
blue
missing
cheese.
You're missing a treat with the cheese.
And I love cranberry Wensleydale. I love my cheddar. I like mozzarella.
Mm-hmm.
I love what's the one that you fry?
Oh, paneer. Oh no, not. But you can fry paneer. You are thinking that is delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to talk about that. Halloumi.
Halloumi, yes.
Now, if you do check out our Rochester video, we did go to Burgers and Blades.
Chuck and Blade.
Chuck and Blade, sorry, not Burgers and Blade, Chuck and Blade. And they have what they call the Halloumi Honey Monster. And the Halloumi Honey Monster is a burger. I've never tried it before. And I never knew this would work. So, Savannah, this is something you might like as well. They have the brioche bun. And in the burger, instead of obviously the burger, they have slices of halloumi that's been fried, and they put a small amount of honey all over that. Now, I thought this isn't going to go because honey's got a strong taste, but it goes so well with the halloumi cheese. You don't have to deep fat fry it, just fry it normally. And I don't think you need much oil with it as well when you're frying halloumi cheese.
No, you don't need
very slight oil, if any at all. Have that as a burger. It's absolutely delicious. One of the best burgers I've had in Rochester. Chuck and Blades is called the Halloumi Honey Monster. If you do get a chance to do that, do try it.
Because I think it was on a bed of rocket as well, wasn't it? So they had the burger that it was in a brioche bun with rocket and then with halloumi on top, and then with the honey.
Well, I said Savannah, anybody who wants to try that would definitely a recommendation of mine having that. It was absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it was because I had the Big Charlie and that was delicious. I did ask for it though without gherkins or pickles, but they forgot to take it out. But it was a really good burger, and I feel like it's very difficult to find a good burger. I went to Bill's, and I didn't go to Bill's. I used to order Bill's in, not here, but one of the places.
I've not done Bill's.
One of the places.
It's lovely, Savannah. Really nice. Savannah said it sounds nice.
Yeah. And I ordered a burger from one of the off of Deliveroo, and it just happened to be Bill's, and it was delicious. Their burger was delicious. Then Bleecker, their burger. So I think I want to do like a little. I think I'm going to do like a burger review and try different burgers.
Right, there we are. So that's an idea for burger review. Has anybody got some burger joints that they do recommend? Anyone that's been to somewhere? So obviously we haven't done a video on McDonald's, or did we? I don't think we haven't.
But the requirement is it has to be made fresh.
Okay.
That's the requirement. So if you know a burger place that do lovely beef patties that they make on site,
or vegetarian,
because the place the concept has to be they have to do a veggie burger and they have to do like the homemade meat burger on site. And I think that's what I would like to do is try and find really good burgers. I think for you so far, it probably has been the halloumi burger because you've tried a few meat-free burgers, like a few plant burgers.
Now, the disappointing, because I'm, as you guys already know, I'm pescatarian, so I will eat fish, but if I do have a burger, I will try and stick to their vegetarian burger, whatever they or whichever store I go to serve. Now, with a lot of vegetarian burgers, they're normally very disappointing, and the reason being they taste very much like, or suspiciously like, store-bought vegetarian ones. So the ones I can get, say for example, from supermarket own, I put them in the oven, I cook them, and that's a vegetarian. And they're nice, don't get me wrong, but if I'm going to a restaurant, I want it to be specially made, or at least made with the chef. I get very disappointed if I'm biting into it and I think this is so obviously a store-bought vegetarian
Yeah,
burger.
but I think, do you know what? I think it would be more difficult to make a plant burger. I think a veggie burger, fair enough. I agree with you. And you should be able to make that on site.
Yeah.
But to make a plant burger, I think that's difficult.
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, like I said, so that's, and the other damn thing I always get is they'll say mushroom burger. I think great, and all it is a great big portobello mushroom. That's it. That's it. And I think, hang on a minute, this is a mushroom sandwich. This is not a burger.
Yeah.
That's really annoying, and they charge the same amount as for your beef pate.
Yeah.
And that really irritates me because I think all it is literally one big portobello mushroom into some lettuce and then in a burger. And I think, and you charge me £10 for that? No.
It's true. We went to, not you and I, but a friend of mine, Rach. We went to a restaurant in London, and she ordered a cauliflower steak.
Richard, hello.
Hey, Richard. She ordered a cauliflower steak, and they charged her like £20 for a cauliflower steak, something that's like 50p. What type of a markup is that? That's crazy.
So, Richard, just to let you know, we were just talking about we're going to do some more burger reviews because we did some in Rochester. So if there's any burger places that you recommend, or you could, or anybody can recommend that would like to see us try, please do let us know or drop it in the comments, and we will go and review that and see what it's like.
But yeah, there are a few places, but the concept has to be they have to be burgers that are made on site, not like a McDonald's burger which is flown in and frozen and then they're just reheating it or whatever. It has to be proper.
Not with it at all suggesting that that's what McDonald's do.
That is what they do. That is a well-known fact. That's what they do. They have to they're not making it on site. So yeah, I imagine the chefs in the kitchen making minced burgers. They're not doing that. But yeah, it has to be made on site. So I want to try different burgers, but also the restaurant also has to cater for veggie.
Yeah, so that's our prerequisite. But if you have any ones that you could recommend, please do let us know. We will look forward to trying those as well. We're going to try and get to do some more restaurant reviews now that we've done our little Rochester trip.
If the burger place does a fish burger and a veggie burger, would you try both of them?
Depends how hungry I am.
Yeah.
But yes, I probably would. Because normally you would expect it to come with fries. If it doesn't come with fries, I've got to order it separately. I'll probably just order the 2 burgers. Yeah,
because there are some places, and I also feel that is a little bit of a rip-off for the burger. If you're going to pay, £10 or £15 for the burger, you don't get chips with it. I do feel that's a bit.
Oh, so Richard said the vegan Burger King in Leicester Square was not so popular and lost revenue and had to change back to eat as all meat. Customers had to go to Tottenham Court Road. Oh, really? I do remember. I think it was you that told us there was the vegan burger place in Leicester Square. So I didn't realise it's reverted back to the regular Burger King.
The problem with that is, first of all, advertising and promoting. That's the first thing. But also, I feel like with there aren't, not to say that there aren't enough vegans and vegetarians, because there are, but there would be other places that you would choose to go to other than a Burger King, if that makes sense. So there are a couple of speciality, like there's Mildred's, which is a speciality place that deals with just vegetarian and vegan and all of that type of stuff. And so if you're a vegetarian and you're going out, there's not many vegetarians that want to grab a quick bite normally, because it's more, we're going out, let's find a nice vegetarian restaurant, or we're going to go to a place that does this really great vegetarian dish or whatever. So normally you're going, my friend Rach, she, in her mind, she never thinks, oh yeah, let me go and grab a quick veggie burger from somewhere. It's not something that a lot of vegan and vegetarian, you may, but there would be other things, because you would be planning to go for a meal later, so you'd probably grab a pastry of some sort, or an eggless cake, or something like that to hold you.
Richard said they did keep a few vegan burgers on the menu. I can imagine that, actually, because obviously some people would go there specifically for that, but I did wonder if that's going to survive. And also as well, the rent in that place must be so expensive.
They would have lost, definitely, because of the rent alone. I mean, they probably lose on the rent as a meat
Yeah,
place.
they would do. Yeah, yeah.
Because
they
it's
would
so the rates are so expensive. But it's just the kudos of having
exactly that.
the thing in Leicester Square. So.
Yeah, but I think I've mentioned that before. Apparently, I read somewhere that a lot of places lose money on Oxford Street because it's the world's third most expensive place on the planet to rent. But they just do it for the kudos of having their name on Oxford Street. But yeah, they'll make all their money from the other stalls. It's just that one they're prepared to take a loss on.
Yeah,
not a huge loss, but a loss.
But a loss nonetheless.
Just so they can just have the advertising on Oxford Street.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so Richard, I was catching up on your videos actually today, and I saw your trees. Fantastic. I also saw you did a little, was it Japanese art one as well? I wrote it down. I forgot the name of the art thing as well, but I did see your trees as well, and I did love all your quirky videos as well, where you doing it from the viewpoint of a cat and then the viewpoint of a bee. That was quite cool. I thought that was really good. But your trees are really coming along, and they're all homemade. That was really impressive.
I like when he does like the puzzle for the whole picture. So he uploads, you don't know what it is, but it's just one picture, and then when all the pictures are together, it makes a big picture.
Yeah, but what I like about the cat one is because you're actually chasing a cat with it as well. So it looks like two cats playing in the garden. But yeah, I thought it was very, very good. Ray Ray said, my daughter wouldn't eat the vegan burger from Burger King as they were cooked on the same grill as the meat patties. You're joking. Is that right?
Because that was the thing, because I think
wow. I thought they would do separately, because that was that's really most because Kelly always has a go at me for that. She goes, you think they cook it separately? They all cook on the same thing. But if they specialize in vegan, they are told they must cook it separately. Also, as well, because I noticed that when I went to the States, what was interesting is when they had an omelette station, and they said, do you want vegetarian omelette or meat omelette? And I was keeping an eye on them, and the guy was using the same thing to stir the meat omelette as he was with the veggie omelette. But you wouldn't get that in the UK. Well, not most. You probably would in some places, but most places I see, they'll have a separate stirrer for the meat one and a separate one. But I am shocked they did that.
The thing is, the concept of vegetarian and vegan in restaurants is still relatively new, right? It's been going for what, the last 10 years, you would say.
I mean, longer than that, but yes, it's picked up more. Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, the thing about vegetarian, you'd only get one or two dishes, right, on a menu normally.
Yeah.
Now there's more dishes on a menu. So before, like in the last 10 years, it's come on leap and bounds. But prior to that, you would only have one or two options. Vegetarian, not even vegan or allergen and all of this. You just had one or two choices with regards to vegetarian, because the rest would all be meat and all that. So what you also have to think about is now those same restaurants are now catering a more wider vegetarian. But has the kitchen changed? Do you know what I mean?
Well, Ray Ray's also said the chips in KFC are fried with the chicken. She wouldn't eat that either. That's interesting.
Yeah. It would be like fish and chips or whatever. Everything is going to be fried in the same thing.
I mean, there is that thing with fish and chips. I do know that, and I'm aware of it. Yeah, of course, they've got two fat fryers, one for chips that they keep going, and one for everything else. And like I said, they're not going to separate it because
no.
But you would imagine a big chain like that would make a special case for doing that because they've got the money to do it, to separate everything. I do think that's bad. A small local chain, I mean, like I said, our local kebab shop's got one deep fat fryer, right? So everything is going to go in that deep fat fryer. Chips, burger, whatever they're deep fat frying, meat, chips, the lot is all going in the same oil. So if you're ordering chips, you're going to get meat things in there. But for a big chain, I do think that's bad.
No, the thing is this is how I look at it. Unless the restaurant has just newly opened, if the restaurant is the same restaurant and they've had no refurbishment, right? Because this is the thing. If you've got the same kitchen, right, it's the same kitchen. So there's no new workplace. There's no new work. There's no new work.
That's not true. That's not true. Because if you were a big chain, you would build everything from scratch.
No, but
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Unless it's a new restaurant, so a new restaurant that they've just opened.
Yeah.
I don't mean a brand new restaurant, but I mean a new branch of a restaurant. Right. Yeah. Then you will make space and you will have separate prep areas and all that. But if it's an already established restaurant, like is like Burger King or whatever, there's no new. They haven't redone the kitchen. There's no new place to make a workspace.
Which is said, mean... I noticed loads of Wendy's popping up now. No, I've not spotted
Yeah,
that.
there's loads of Wendy's, but now this is an example. So now the new Wendy's, they can make a separate area. Yeah, because they're building the kitchen from scratch.
But even if, say, for example, let's say then KFC took over a former restaurant, so it's a restaurant, then they would still scrap it all and re-put their stuff in.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, right, there's a KFC down the road. It's been there for many years. Yeah. If they start doing vegan burgers, what prep area are they going to use? They cannot, because it's not a new kitchen.
Well, no, but they would adapt to it. I mean, they've got the money to do it. I mean, if you look at someone like, I mean, you're talking about an existing restaurant.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The existing restaurant.
But I've got to say, if they start serving it and there's a protocol, like for example, or they just won't sell it. Like, for example, so when we went into Chuck and Blaze, perfect example.
Yeah.
The restaurant is so small that they haven't got a separate place to do chicken. So they just don't sell the chicken.
But it's also about education. It's also about a place that they have kept in mind, right, okay, this is the type of restaurant that we want to open. However, the protocol is, I can't prepare chicken in the same place where I prepare meat, which is correct. So therefore, we don't do chicken at all, because we don't have a separate prep area. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm agreeing with you. But what I'm saying is, restaurants that are already established, which the kitchen is still existing, unless they have a refurbishment, there is no new space. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Just proved my point. I mean,
so they're not going to. But what I'm saying,
won't serve it.
No, they will. There's plenty of restaurants that sell vegetarian food and is still prepared in the same place that meat is prepared.
Now, Richard said, one thing on my prospective adventures, you'll find out the truth of the wagon wheel. Do you know what, Richard? I think I may have looked at the wrong video. When you said that, I was just checking, because the one I was looking at was the one you did on your... No, it wasn't. I did look at the right one, Prospective Adventures. Yeah, because I was watching that as well. I must have missed the wagon wheel thing, because I saw you make your train, the trees, and then obviously you were doing your viewpoint of the viewpoint of a cat, the viewpoint of a bee or a fly, and I was watching that as well, because I thought that was really good. So I will give that another watch, because I must have missed the wagon wheel bit.
The wagon wheel, but are you talking about the chocolate wagon wheel,
or are you talking about the actual wagon wheel?
I'm thinking, when you say the truth about wagon wheel, I'm thinking you're talking about the chocolate wagon wheel.
Oh, now Richard said McDonald's don't like Wendy's, because Wendy's same ice cream machine. Wendy's got the same ice cream machine, plus Wendy's UK only do vegan as well, not USA plus chicken and beef specials. Oh, right, okay. I didn't know. No, do you know what? I haven't noticed that with the Wendy's, but I haven't been into town for a while.
But the Wendy, like with these new Shake Shacks and all these places, because they're building the kitchens from new, they would have certain prep spaces to do vegetarian and things like that.
And that's a good point, actually, as Richard raises. He said allergy sufferers, they would be no good for, as it's cooked in the same place as milk, nuts.
Yeah, but they do talk about cross-contamination. Yeah,
that's true. The wagon wheel on first episode, you saw the trailer. Oh, yes. I did see the trailer. Because you were advertising it there. Sorry, I was relating it to the other video, but I did like that as well. And I was very impressed with your train set as well. It's really coming along well. And you've got all your trees then as well. That's painstaking to make those. And you're only using 2 different colours, I noticed. Wendy's cooked vegan on the separate fryer. There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
But what you were saying was, you think that restaurants who advertise vegetarian, they're cooking it separately.
What I said was, if it was a big chain like McDonald's, KFC, you would imagine they would expect them to cook them separately, because they're advertising it as a vegan burger.
Yeah, but they will
as soon as you put a vegan burger in the same area as your cooking meat, it's no longer a vegan burger.
Right, and I agree. But that's what I'm saying. If the restaurant is already existing, there's no space.
No, in that case, then you just wouldn't sell it at that brand.
Exactly, but they still do. That's my point.
Small and bigger chains shouldn't.
Yeah, they shouldn't. But I have a feeling, because KFC brought out the vegan burger, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden they stopped it. Right?
Oh,
now I have a theory, which is what I said was the theory, which is what Richard was saying the reason why they stopped the vegan and vegetarian. Well, nobody was going to the vegan and vegetarian.
No. It's Ray said they were cooking it all on the same thing.
Right. Okay. So they're all cooking it in the same thing, but that is my point.
Well,
that is my point.
That would make sense if they stopped it, because you've got to do it on a separate.
On a separate.
And like Richard said, Wendy's cook vegan on a separate file, which
that's
you're supposed to do. Because that's what people forget. If you're cooking it with meat products, it's no longer vegan then, because it's absorbing all those meat juices.
Exactly. And that's what I said about education, because a lot of people, especially if you're used to just cooking and you're just cooking, you're just going to cook it all in the same place. But what a lot of people don't realize, because I was watching a Gordon Ramsay, it was a Kitchen Nightmares, and they were cooking something in the same thing, and there's going, it's no longer vegetarian if you're cooking it in the same place. And he was having to go at this restaurant because, like you say, it's no longer, you cannot serve something vegetarian if it hasn't been cooked or prepared in a vegetarian way.
Yeah,
it's
so
as simple as that.
Richard said Wendy's said that their vegan burger is all time and explained how they cook it. Right, that makes sense. So basically, it's prepared. Yeah, so that would.
So you will feel comfortable going there to have a vegan burger.
Where is there a Wendy's near you, Richard? What I like about Wendy's, you see videos on how they cook and what ingredients go in it.
I like to see places where the kitchen is open. I was watching a couple of teppanyaki videos. Now, the problem with teppanyaki is they cook the fish and the meat in the same place.
Right. Okay.
Right. So it's basically a long, flat heating surface, like a flat. It's not a grill, but it's very similar, I suppose. A place where you would normally flip burgers. So it's flat, and you would normally flip burgers, right? Now, in a small place, you normally have one place where you flip burgers. Of course, if you're flipping burgers, you're going to flip the chicken burger and you're going to flip the fish all on the same thing. Now, this restaurant, the chef is in front of you, hi, and he's doing all he's chopping with his big spatulas and all this, and it looks so good. But because I thought, oh, that'd be nice for me and Mark to go to, but because he's cooking, so it's
hi, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. It's not just the two of you that is eating; it's a whole row of you. So if somebody asks for steak, what's that, filet mignon, whatever, he's going to cook the filet mignon on the same place that you might ask for squid or prawns. That's the problem.
How are you, Charlie? I did see one of your videos today. I forgot the name of the place you went to, but it was on the coast. I think you uploaded it about 3 weeks ago, but it looked quite cool. You were going past all these life boats and things like that on the coastal thing. It looked really, really cool. Richard said, got one in Stretford. So this is Wendy.
Yeah, Stratford, yeah.
Stratford, Romford, and a new one coming in Ilford near McDonald's. Oh, to add the competition. I made a mistake. This is Rich. Ray, sorry. Ray said, I made a mistake with gravy. I was so careful all the while I was cooking a dinner to not cross-contaminate, then put the gravy over the dinner, and I forgot I used the beef juices and never said anything.
Oh, do you know what? There's just the time.
I keep it quiet.
Yeah, there's just a time when, you just think, do you know what? I just gotta, that time they're just gonna have to. But also, it's about, none of my family are vegetarian. Mark's the first person to come into the family, and he's a vegetarian, pescatarian even. And it's just one of those things, like my family aren't used to cook, because they're not going to be as careful. This and that, because it's a new thing. Do you know what I mean? And they're used to cooking in an old way. Like with Mark, I can't cook this with this and all of this, so it then becomes a hassle. And I think, do you know what? You cook whatever it is you want to cook, and then I'll cook whatever it is I want to cook.
But when I separate for her, happy when I do the cooking.
Oh, hang on a second. What did you have today?
But she did cook for me today.
So I suggest you, because when we had barbecue, what did I have to do? Huh?
Oh, wait, cook it all separately.
I had to cook it all separately.
Richard said, I've got a musical review coming up this week. Got an invite from a lady friend.
Oh, yes. I remember, yes. Well, we'll be looking out for that review.
Definitely.
My mum came over today because she wants to go see Jersey Boys. Do you know what? We were having a look at the local theatre, and at the local theatre, normally you can pick up a ticket for like £20 or £30 or whatever. A big old £65. My mum was like, what? Yeah, it was like so Jersey Boys, right? Now,
Was this a matinee or full price?
this was a matinee. It was they had cheaper ones, but all the cheaper ones
Yeah,
had
of
been
course.
sold out.
Yeah.
And then all the cheaper ones that they had, because the cheapest one is £35, and for a local theatre, I think that's quite expensive.
No, that's not West End. That's a local theatre.
That's a local theatre. So I thought the Jersey Boys had left the West End and were touring. They haven't done that. This is simply a touring one, and the Jersey Boys is still in the, because years ago, many years ago, you couldn't have two. You couldn't have it on at the West End and it be touring at the same time.
Right.
But now clearly something has changed. I suppose maybe the theatre industry is suffering. The theatre industry has been suffering for years because the tickets are so expensive.
They're trying to make the money back.
And there's no children prices. You're still paying the same price for a child.
Trying to make the money back.
But it's always been like this. Not even trying to make the money back. It's always been like that. There's never ever been children prices for tickets. So when you buy your £65 ticket to sit in the stalls, your child that is in next to you, you also have to pay £65. If you're a family of four, listen.
Oh wow!
So expensive. And so they didn't. So at certain times they do sales. So normally you can catch a sale before Christmas, and after Christmas you can catch some sales. Sometimes they do mid, but not very often. So I just thought, but the next best thing is to go to your local theatre when these people are touring and all this. Oh, when I saw it was expensive. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. And luckily your local theatre is quite small. So wherever you sit, you have a good view. So that's why sometimes it's good to go to your local theatre, because wherever you sit, you can see the stage quite well. But when I saw the prices, I thought, oh my God. And then I thought even £35 was expensive.
So Ray said, oh, I love meat. I'm trying to cut down because I eat meat every day. Well, actual fact, Ray, I don't know if you saw that there was a lecture in Oxford University. Was it Oxford or Cambridge? Maybe I think it was Oxford, where they were debating that. And the two speakers, one was obviously vegan, but the other one was saying, I've forgotten the name of the vegan lady, but there's a lady that eats pure meat, nothing but meat.
Yeah.
Right. And I think her name was Michaela Peterson, I think I remember from watching. And they're saying that diet, they really, really recommend the all meat. Now, again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just saying.
You're just saying what I
thought. But they had a pure meat diet, and they were saying they were giving all these health benefits to it. So some people are saying, so it really depends on what. I know that seems a bit weird, me not eating meat, advocating for that, but they were saying that they believed it had loads of health benefits. So really depends on how it is. I mean, if you enjoy your meat, and I know a lot of meat eaters do have meat every day.
The thing is you have to think back to the caveman and what the caveman ate. The caveman wouldn't have been sitting there enjoying a salad. He would have gone out and killed whatever to bring back to cook or to eat raw or whatever for that evening and stuff. So I think they probably base it on that. But in today's society, it's very difficult because you're talking about a meat that would have been killed and is pure. Nowadays, when your meat is, but you don't know what's in the meat and all of this, or what's been injected, what hasn't been injected, where your meat, the history of your meat, or whatever.
Well, it's not. I think there are still strict laws on it. It's not like the US.
Oh, do you mean like when we got horse meat and certain supermarkets were selling
horse meat? No, I know, but
I'm saying. You don't know the history of your meat.
Oh, yeah, that did happen.
Yes, that did happen. Hey, hey, Coco.
Hey, Chloe. You all right? Sad to see you. Ray said, where was I now? Oh, no, Richard said, I hope she's not camera shy. Be nice to have her on the video.
Yeah, some people are.
Some people are. Do you know what? We always do that when we do filming. If we go out with someone, we do ask, would you like to be involved in it or not? Some people say, yeah. Some people say, no, please, not me on the camera. So just weigh it up when you're there. I used to be camera shy, said Richard, until I did media studies and a drama at college. Oh, wow, okay. I had to do a cuddle romantic. Oh, my God, many takes to find and tidy it up. I know what you're saying. Sometimes it can be really difficult being on camera. It's quite weird here with us because obviously we don't get to see you physically.
Yeah.
So sometimes you do sort of think to yourself, well, because you've got the comments coming through, it's quite good.
Yeah.
Because we can always react to your comments. But I know what you mean. When you are on the camera and there's people around, sometimes it can make you a little bit shy. Charlie said he's got 51 subscribers.
Wow,
Well done.
wow.
That's
Well
awesome.
done.
Well
Yeah.
done. I mean, Richard said that's awesome too. Really well done, Charlie. You're building up yours quite well as well. And you went to Central Park. Where's that? I'm thinking. I'm guessing you didn't go to Central Park, New York.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, is that near where you live?
We did a coach, like a horse and carriage ride in New York, didn't we?
New York Central Park. It was really, really good. What have you been up to, Chloe? What have you been doing?
It's Grandma's birthday today, isn't it?
It is. Are you around there now? Or have you
she was earlier.
Oh yeah, you were.
She was earlier.
Yeah. And did you wish her a happy birthday?
And did you have a piece of cake?
Did
you have a piece of cake today? Because you had cake yesterday, but did you have cake today?
Oh, I've taken 2 days in a row. In Scunthorpe.
Right. Okay.
I was trying to think of the video you went to. Where was the place you went to that was on the coast? That's really annoyed me now because I watched it and I forgot. Hang on, I'll tell you where it was.
Oh, there are so many Central Parks.
I know.
There
this
are.
is it. Well, of course, it's just the name. Is it Central? Because it's central to the location.
But the only one that I've actually heard of that that is well known is only Central Park, because it is the one in New York, because our parks, the most well known one is Hyde Park, right? And there's what's the other one that's close to Hyde Park? Another well known one. I can't remember the other well known. There's 2 well known parks in London, but obviously the most well known is Hyde. But there's another one. I'm just trying to think what it is. It'll come to me in a bit. But it's not known as Central Park. Do you know what I mean? It's known as Hyde Park. Everybody knows it as Hyde Park. But yeah, the most famous Central Park that I've heard of, and the one that I would associate with, would be New York Central Park.
Rayton Sands, that was it. And then you went to Filey Seaside. That was the other one.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know if you saw us in the other live, Charlie, last Tuesday. But we definitely are going to come to Skegness at some point, because I was looking at Skegness and I was like, oh my God, it looks so good. It looks really, so good. So it's really changed since, I mean, we're talking, God, a good, pardon me, over 30 years ago. When I went to Skegness, I think.
So that was in Scunthorpe in Lincolnshire. Oh, okay, that's where it was. So Richard said, Charlie, have shown you a video on Central Park in Dagenham. Be cool to visit them all. Might do a Dagenham and give you a shout. Check out your vids.
Have a little look. Have a little look. Yeah.
Do you know what, Ashraf? That is true. Actually, what Richard said is a really good idea. You could visit every place called Central Park and do like a Central Park video. Yeah.
There was something similar where I was reading a book. He's passed away now, bless him. But there was a guy called Peter McCarthy, and he went. So he was born here, but he wondered that if he went back to Ireland, because his family are from Ireland, whether he would be treated, or would his experience be the same as a typical Irishman, I guess. And so what he planned to do was go and drink in all the bars that were named after him. Not named after him, but had the same name as him, McCarthy. So the book is actually called McCarthy's Bar. It's hilarious. So he's passed away now. He did 2 books, McCarthy's Bar, and he did another one. But it was based in the States. He's a travel writer, he was a travel writer, but McCarthy's Bar, when he goes to Ireland, is so funny. It's hilarious. The US one for me wasn't as good as the Irish one. I've got it in my mind. I'm thinking, should I read it again? But yeah, I might read it again. But yeah, it was quite a good one.
So where are you guys got planned next to visit? Do you have another place you're going to do for your videos, or have you got somewhere else in mind that you're going to do, or are you going to do something more at home, or are you going to do something located rather than doing locations? Are you going to do it on a food item or something else, just out of interest?
And what did everybody do this bank holiday weekend? I asked this at the beginning of the video, but I don't know if anybody.
I didn't know a couple of people did see. So we did a barbecue on Saturday because it was so nice on Saturday.
It was so nice,
and it was freezing on the rest of the bank holiday weekend. But it was so good actually to just have the barbecue.
Yeah, and like I was saying, because I had you know, we'd gotten a few things to make it easy for ourselves. But I just cooked up some steaks and some lamb steaks. So I made a marinade in the morning. And then I I descaled, because I got Mark a half side of salmon. So I just descaled that. I'm doing this because this is what I had to do to descale it. And then I made a marinade for his salmon, and then I made a marinade for the corn on a cob, which got burnt. And then I made a marinade for the I made a different marinade for the lamb chops, for the lamb steaks. But I thought, you know what, I might not do a marinade for the steak. So I just washed all the meat and everything else, and then when I put the steaks on, because I'd cooked Mark's fish first, I used the same marinade that was left in the pan, because I also melted some garlic butter in the pan as well to go in the mixture, and I just brushed the steaks with that, and I've got to say they were delicious.
Yeah.
Really good.
Also, Charlie went to Bridlington Premier Inn yesterday.
Oh, Bridlington! It's been a year since I've been to Bridlington.
Was it good? Richard said, bank holiday, that will be spoiling it all. You do know I hint a very vlog. Mark is good at puzzle funding, not just looking, not just look, it's also listening. Okay, I shall have another little look at it. I'm going to go back and watch your video, actually, because I think I may have missed some key things. I wasn't looking at it as the video you were intending it. And I forget it's a puzzling thing, so I'm going to go back and check for the clues.
The little Easter eggs.
Yeah, this is it. I wasn't looking it for Easter eggs, but I got the Big Ben one when you had it in the thing, because I knew that was a puzzle. But this one I didn't look at it as a puzzle, so I'm going to go back and doing it a different way. I'll have a little look at that way, because I think that will be cool to do as well. But yeah, keep your videos going, because I do like the clues you got in there. They're very subtle but very clever. I'm
seeing someone's got their little because we face the window. Someone's got a little Tesco delivery online shop coming just down the road. Just down the road. Yeah, I'm just like,
go over there and see what they got.
Yeah, see what they got. See if they got everything on their list. With all the shortages that has happening.
Yes, exactly.
Because I said earlier that my mum, she went to the shops just to get a few things, and she said there's empty shelves everywhere. I was like, oh my god! But that we haven't seen a madness on the TV like we did at the beginning of the pandemic.
No.
That was crazy.
So as we're well and truly out of lockdown now, I don't think we'll see another one like that as well. Hopefully not anyway. Although Bill Gates was suggesting, he said, there's every chance that there'll be another pandemic. I thought, no, not another one.
My mum was saying, have you got your pasta? Have you got your rice? We don't eat a lot of rice, so we've got a little bit of rice, but we do have pasta and noodles.
Yeah.
So if anything, if worst comes to the worst, we got pasta, we got noodles, we got seasonings and sauces, so we're all right.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll get us through. But I can't envisage it. But you never know, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
Tempt fate with that.
Exactly. So I made a marinade for your fish today. Which marinade did you prefer for your fish?
The one today.
The one today. Oh, really? You really enjoyed that one? Okay.
So you're going to tell people your secret in case they want to marinate?
No.
Nope. I'm afraid, guys, you won't find out the marinade secret.
Nope. Unless you are cordially invited, you will not see the marinade, try the marinade, or know what's in the marinade.
So one of our little recommendations of the week was this. Now, Richard, you'll be a fan of this because it's the Butterkiss popcorn. But I do know, Richard, you do your own and your own candy floss as well. I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did see that also in your video because you made it. So the question, that was what I was going to ask you, Richard. The question I was going to ask you was because you made your candy floss, and I think you said in the video, with French sugar, and you said it tasted nicer. What's the difference between French sugar? What makes it so special, and what makes it better for candy floss?
Was it Liège? Was it was it the sugar that you use in Liège pancakes, like the pearl sugar?
Would it be that? I don't think you would do it because you need to be spun really fine. What was amazing, he just put a spoonful of it in and it made a huge, like the size of his head, a huge candy floss.
But the point of the candy floss is it melts the sugar.
Oh, sorry, Richard's got to go. He said, I've got to go edit, so lots to go. Going to catch you and see you next time. Yeah, thank you so much, Richard. It's a flavour of the recipe, right. Thank you so much, Richard. Good to see you again. I will keep an eye out for your other vids.
We will. I suppose actually maybe we should think about wrapping up.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things that I want to do as well.
Oh yeah, you want to do your editing there. So I think we will leave it there for today, guys. I'd never heard of that before.
Never heard of French sugar.
So if anybody has ever heard of French sugar, Richard said he really recommends it. If you're making your own candy floss, you can buy very cheap candy floss makers or expensive ones, depending what you make. But of course, with space and savings and all of that as well, sometimes it's good to get one like that. If you are going to make your own stuff for movies.
I have often thought, like, if we got those sorts of things, but where would we keep it?
I know, well, this is it. So utilizing space is one thing that can be really, really difficult. We've got loads of space taken up by so many gadgets. I mean, we've got coffee machines, waffle makers. And every time I see a gadget, I think, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
But I think, oh, no, we've got no space. We've got panini makers, which we never, ever use. So I do know these things do take up a lot of space. But you can do things like popcorn very, very easily. Microwave popcorn, or you can just put it in a pan and just...
The thing is, you say we never, ever use, which is true. We don't use a panini maker, but I'm thinking...
I've used that for about 7 years.
It's not been 7 years, don't be silly. But what I am thinking is... when we do what do you call it, like a garden type, when we do our sandwiches, are we going to make paninis?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Anyway, guys, I think we will leave it there for today. Thank you so much for joining us for live again. Apologies we didn't do Friday. As you know, we were off out and about, but we will be back this Friday.
Oh, I just want to quickly tell you where I was on Friday. So I went to, before we go, I went to Soho House. And it's one of these members type places. And so because a friend had invited me, he was doing a gig there. He's in a band, don't you know? And he's very well known. He's like he does shows with Mo Gilligan and all that, part of their house band, part of his house band and all that. He does a lot of touring. He's done backing for a lot of people and all of that type of stuff. Anyway, he's in a group. And the group, they all travel around the world. They go to the States a lot and all of this. Anyway, so he was doing a gig there. And I didn't know much about it because another friend had invited me. And he's my friend as well. But I was speaking with it was my friend that was my other friend that was arranging it. And I didn't know he was doing a gig there. So anyway, so I had to look online to see what this place was like. And I didn't realise, it's a members only type place. And I looked at the food and I thought, well, the food is okay for me and my friend. But for the two boys, I don't think the food is all of that. Is it going to be all right for them? So I spoke to my friend. She goes, oh, yeah, but he recommended it because he's doing a gig there. I thought, all right, because I didn't know he was doing a gig at the beginning. I only found out a couple of days before. So I was like, great. Had to look online. There was no dress code listed. So I thought, oh, do you know what? Maybe I'll just wear a dress. I'll just turn up in my dress. So I went there, turned up in my dress. I had some designer trainers on because I thought, you know what? If I can't wear my trainers, I will bring shoes instead, of which I did. So my bag was quite packed because I had my shoes in there. I get to the place now, and it's one of these sort of like, you know, like it's not a warehouse, but one of these several story buildings where they haven't quite finished the decor, or it was that unfinished look. So you can see exposed concrete and all that. And exposed concrete is fine, but there was big chips coming out of the exposed concrete. So
where's this?
This was at Soho House. Now, to my mind, if you're going to do exposed concrete, which is fine because that's a lot of places are going for that look.
Charlie, I'm going to do that right now. Charlie said, "Have a quick go and check out my Central Park Scunthorpe." I'm going to have a quick look at it.
So it's not painted or anything like that. It's just exposed concrete. But there was big chips out of the concrete, and I'm thinking, at least finish off the concrete. And it just looked like it had recently been drilled, and a big chunk had come off, and they just left it. So then then there are several floors. So we went to the top floor. There's a beautiful swimming pool there and all of that. But it's rather than sunken, it's raised. So it's a raised swimming pool at the top. And there's all seating around it, lovely place, and all of this type of stuff, rooftop view and all of this. But it was like, it wasn't like it was a well-dressed members. Da, 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 da. I feel like, I don't know how much membership is, but the service was not on point whatsoever. I'm not going to say which, so it was one of the Soho houses. I'm not going to say which one it is. And so we went, and my friend ordered food, and his food came. He didn't tell us he had already ordered the food. I said, why didn't you tell us so we could order our food at the same time, so we can eat at the same time as you? So anyway, so me and the other three, because there was four of us, so me and the other two, we ordered our food. And so my two friends ordered the lamb cutlets, and I ordered fish cakes, and I ordered fries to go with my fish cakes. And the others who ordered their food, things came with their food. So someone had mashed potato come with anyway, they ordered the lamb cutlets. Let's go with that for now. About half an hour later, the waitress came to my friends and said, oh, we don't have the lamb cutlets, right? So we've been sitting there for about half an hour, maybe more than half an hour. Normally your food would have come within that time, within the time of you ordering. Now, we didn't order any starters or anything. We didn't order any. We ordered, my friend ordered drinks at the bar. She bought drinks and she came back, and then we ordered, then they reordered drinks. Now, we had soft drinks, so we didn't even have any alcoholic drinks. I had an orange juice. My friends had lemonade, right? So the woman brought a bottle of lemonade. Half an hour later, oh, sorry, we don't have the lamb cutlets. What were you doing for half an hour that you didn't say to my friends? Oh, that should literally have taken 10 minutes or less.
You know what it is? The queue is packed up so much. Sorry, Charles, I was just having a quick look at your video. Very good. I will check that out as well. But you've gone there. I think it's the one we go around the car park. I'm going to check that one out. I think it took them so long to get to your ticket, and they go, oh no, we've run out of that.
No, but what I'm saying is, when you send it to the kitchen, right, it will pop up. It will pop up straight away.
I don't know how they do it. If it's a ticket system, then it won't be until they get to it. They go, well, we've run out of lamb.
Ticket system is a very old system. They don't have ticket system. Okay. Now everything is digital. Now you just tap your card. Nobody accepts a few places now don't accept cash. They only want your card. Blah blah blah. So she has her tablet. She puts in the order from her tablet. Half an hour later, she goes, oh, sorry, we don't have any lamb cutlets.
You would have thought they would have actually turned around and said, no, sorry, that's out.
Now, it should have taken about 10 minutes or less to let my friends know. Oh, anyway, so then they reordered. So one friend decided to order burger, and then the other friend ordered grilled salmon. If you ever saw the size of the salmon that came, but anyway.
Is it small?
It wasn't even a full.
Oh no, that would really.
You know, like you get a little fillet of salmon, right? You get a line of the salmon.
Really.
It wasn't even a full. It was a bit of it was chopped. But anyway, I said to my friend, "Oh, that's not very big." She goes, "Oh no, that's fine." Blah blah blah.
That would really irritate me.
She brought cutlery, right, for my two friends, and then she said to me, "Oh, do you need cutlery for the fish cakes?" But what did she think I was going to do? Pick up the fish cakes with my hand and eat it? Because then in my mind, I thought, wow, these fish cakes must be mini. But it didn't say mini fish cake on the menu for you to...
Were they mini?
No, they were normal fish. Well, they were smaller than normal fish cakes, actually. But not that small. So I thought to myself, oh. And we must have waited. So by the time our food came, it was an hour later.
Oh, no, that would annoy
me. Imagine, you haven't even ordered starters. Right, the place is nice. So when you're upstairs, the place is very nice, very nice. It's not a chilled. To me, it wasn't. But we went on a Friday night, so it wasn't a chilled place to go to on a Friday night. They're open till 3 a.m. By the time I must have left about 25 past 10, 10:30. I left, and that was really kicking up. The music was so loud. There was not even any. There wasn't even there was somebody doing a bit of a DJ set in there. How people were talking in there, I don't know. But where the bar is and all that is where the music is. It's a really nice place and all of that. If you are looking for somewhere to go and eat and you want fast service, do not go to this place. Go to this place if you want to drink, you want to get some vibes. That is a really nice place to eat. You'll be waiting forever for your food. I was sitting there and I was thinking, oh, and then if you want to go and get food, if you decide to go against my advice and you go get food, go there early or book your table. But it has to be members only anyway. But make sure if you become a member, you get there early, you reserve your table or whatever, because you'll be disappointed if you're going and you just think you can walk in, and you're going to be disappointed. But it is a nice place. I will give it that. Very nice atmosphere. The music was nice. I enjoyed it. I couldn't stay till my friend's set because my friend was supposed to go on at 10 o'clock. And by 10:30, he still hadn't gone on. And then he was going to go on at 10. Then he changed it. Oh, he's going to go on at 10:30. So I texted. So I left and I said, I won't be able to stay for your set, but I hope it goes well. Then I left. Then I texted my other friend later to say I got home. I said, oh, how was his set? And she goes, 45 minutes later, he still hadn't gone on. So I left. I was, oh my God. But yeah, because they're open till 3 a.m, I guess, you know, they can go on at any time or whatever time and all. It's a bit more of a relaxed atmosphere, but you don't need to be fancy. You don't need to, you can dress up in, there are people there in their tracksuits, and I was thinking, oh my God, there are people there in their tracksuits, people there in their dusty shoes and things like that. So you don't need to, some of the girls were on point though. Some of the girls were very nicely dressed and all that, but more often the guys were just dressed, you know, in their tracksuit bottoms and their shoes and trainers and all that. So yeah, so if you do want to go, it's worth checking out.
Charlie's asked, he's got 51 followers. Well done.
Wow.
Well done, Charlie. And also he said, what's your favorite video, Mark? So I'm going to say my favorite video for yours is definitely the Carvery. And also as well, I don't know why, but I loved your Man City tour. I really did enjoy the Man City. So you went to the Etihad Stadium. And that still is my favorite video. Although one of my other favorites of yours is you show your bedroom setup. So you've got your television there, you've got all your gaming stuff. And I think, I can't remember now off the top of my head because it's a while ago since I saw it. I think you've got like a DVD player. I might be wrong, but you've got an ambulance just going past. You've got all your setup there, so it looks really, really good. So those are my 3 favorite videos of yours. Of the 3 of them, I couldn't tell you which is the favorite. I don't know why. Probably your bedroom setup. I don't know though. It's too difficult to say. I do love the Etihad Stadium though tour. I like that as well. And I did notice when you did your little tour, your brother, I think it was your brother, had his Manchester City hat on when you were at Brillington. So that was quite cool. There we are. Have it, guys. I think we will leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us for another live. We really did enjoy it and love chatting to you as always.
Yeah.
I hope you like our little ramblings there, but we got some really good tips from you on food and everything. So we do appreciate that. Thank you so much. We will be back this Friday, 6 p.m, usual time, UK 6 o'clock. So apologies for the last Friday. Kelly's just filled you in what happened.
Yeah.
But we will be back. So we will look forward to seeing you then. As always, please do look after yourselves. Take care. And remember, you're never too old to have fun. We will see you on Friday at 6 p.m. Look after yourselves, and we will look forward to seeing you then. Take care and bye for now.
Bye for now.